Hey everyone, this is Pallavi, and today we are diving into the 14th game of the book, The Most Instructive Games of Chess Ever Played by Irving Chernev. Titled A Touch of Jiu-Jitsu, this game was played between Petrosian and Korchnoi in Leningrad in 1946. It features the Dutch defense. Petrosian must have had the spark of genius. With just a few mysterious moves, he caused the rapid collapse of the great Korchnoi. Through subtle strategy, Petrosian creates a position where each of the opponent's pieces relies on the others. The queen defends the knight defends the rook, and the rook defends the pawn. Like a jujitsu master, Petrosian applies pressure on the critical points, forcing Korchnoi to resign instantly. So, without further ado, let's begin. So, white started with d4, black played e6, knight f3, f5. The Dutch defense was a favorite of Alekhine and Botvinnik, who won brilliant games with it. Notable examples include Alekhine versus Bogolyubov in Hastings 1922, arguably the most brilliant game ever played. Rabinovich versus Botvinnik in Moscow 1927, and Steiner versus Botvinnik in Groningen in 1946. These games show how formidable the Dutch can be in the right hands. Now white played g3, then knight f6, bishop g2, d5, castle on the king side, bishop d6, c4 and c6. Black adopts the stone wall formation. The knight occupies the e4 post. The queen moves to h5 after castling, and the g pawn starts to attack with g5, and the king rook swings to h6 via f6 to strengthen the assault. After this, white played b3, then black castled on the king side, and now white played bishop a3, a good move. After b3, one would expect a fianchet to development of the bishop, but Petrosian chooses to remove black's king bishop, a potential attacking threat. Black's other bishop trapped by pawns on the white squares possess less danger. After this, black played bishop takes a3, knight takes a3, and now queen to e8. Knight c2. The knight must be active. The great master doesn't waste the time searching for a sudden brilliance to win the game. Instead, he forces on placing each piece where it can be effective. Every piece should be centralized if possible, mobile and influential in the game's progress. Queen h5, and now white played queen c1, a good move. Only a great master would make this move. Its immediate impact is to stop black from continuing the attack with g5. Preventing the opponent from making strong moves is just as crucial as making your own. Later, the move will allow the queen to enter at c7, leading to surprising consequences. Now black played knight e4. Knight e1, a good move. This is the type of move Nimzowitsch would recommend. The knight aims for e5, exploiting the weakness created by black's pawn structure in the center. Nimzowitsch believed that strategically important points should be overprotected. When pieces are engaged in this way, they become well placed in every respect. Now, black played g5, knight d3, knight d7, and knight fe5. Now, black played king to h8. If queen takes e2, then f3, knight ef6, rook e1, queen trap, and instead of knight ef6, if knight d2, then rook e1, same result. So black played king h8, f3, knight d6, and now e4. A pawn is offered, but black cannot accept it. For example, if f takes e4, then knight takes d7, bishop takes d7, knight e5, rook a d8, f takes e4, rook takes f1 check, queen takes f1. Now the threats are queen f6 check with winning a rook, or knight takes d7, rook takes d7, and then queen f8 checkmate. And if queen e8 right now, then queen f6 check, king g8, queen takes g5, king h8, rook f1, and black is helpless against the threats c5 followed by knight f7 check, or queen f6 check, king g8 and rook f4. After queen takes f1, if black goes queen h6, then c5 wins the knight as it must stay put to defend the f7 square. So after e4, now black played knight f7, and then white played c takes d5, knight d takes e5, pawn d takes e5, c takes d5, e takes d5, and now e takes d5. Material is even, but white has greater freedom of movement. Is that enough to be decisive? f4, rook d8. If bishop e6, then knight c5, which white stands better right now. So rook d8, and now another good move by white, queen to c7. Did Petrosian foresee this powerful move when he played queen c1 10 moves earlier? Now black played b6. Black avoids temptation to drive the queen off with rook d7. Then queen c5, white suddenly has 3 threats. 1, queen f8 checkmate, 2, e6 and winning a piece, and 3, bishop takes d5, winning an important pawn and activating the bishop. With this move, b6, black hopes to finally develop his queen bishop and unite his rooks. F takes g5, bishop a6. Quite plausible, the bishop comes into play, attacking a piece, and the rooks are now connected. Driving the queen away with rook d7 is fatal. White responds with queen c6 and can win at will. Rook b7, queen e8 check, king g7, e6 is one possible continuation. So bishop a6, notice how black's pieces rely on each other for protection. The d pawn is defended by the rook, and the rook by the knight, and the knight by the queen. If pressure is applied at the right point, something will break. Knight f4, another good move. And now black resigned. The queen must abandon the knight. After capturing it, white has an easy win. A perfect example of how patience, strategy, and piece coordination can crush even the most formidable opponents. Now let's look at some key lessons learned from this game. Number 1, piece coordination. Ensure your pieces protect key squares and work together. Overprotect important points to strengthen your position. Number 2, centralization. Centralize pieces to maximize influence and mobility. Number 3, pressure points. Apply pressure on critical points, especially when opponent's pieces are interdependent. Number 4, strategy over brilliance. Focus on strategic moves rather than flashy combinations. Improve piece positions gradually. Number 5, recognizing threats. Neutralize the opponent's plans while executing your own. Number 6, endgame preparation. Ensure pieces are well placed for the endgame, carrying advantages forward. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from this game as well. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel to show some support. See you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.